University. Today is April the 4th, and this is Community Celebration and Stanford Founders Day. This is looking toward downtown Palo Alto. It's a great celebration today. And Oyuna will be meeting up there with the president of the university, and I'll be taking you up there right now. To all of my Mongolian friends, I say hello and I ask forgiveness because I'm not accustomed to taking video pictures. So it won't be very professional, won't even be very good amateur, but I will do my best. Today that I've made all kinds of tables for the community to come and enjoy. Here are young people celebrating the Easter celebration, and a fellow's making some bubbles for everybody to enjoy while he's talking on his cell phone. For this great event. There's Mrs. Stanford over there. You must be Mrs. Stanford.
No.
You're not.
Mrs. Stanford has gone down to get in her carriage.
Okay. Here we have one long arcade lining the quad, and then ahead we have the beautiful Memorial Church. Very famous. This church is covered with mosaic, little tiny pieces of tile, and that is real gold. Closer view of the beautiful facade or front of the Stanford Church. This was completely reconstructed after the earthquake in 1989 when they had severe damage. The church was closed for a few years while they rebuilt all the damaged portions. Now everything looks as good, if not better, than the day it was made. Lots of people like to get married in this church. She's going in there now to prepare to be with everyone. President eating a burger. President, he looks like the Pope. Organizing before the procession. Flag bearers. Very important people here.
I just
I'm going to buy you something. I'm going to buy you something really good.
Dark socks for my office.
I'm going to buy you stuff like you and Marie.
All right. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Now, are these all the graduates?
I'm great.
Gorgeous. Hello.
Hello. They're called unicycles. Very old American bicycle.
Important factor in the university. It is for your benefit that it has been established. To you, our hearts go out especially, and in each individual student, we feel a parental interest. May Stanford never forget its origins as a student-centered institution, devoted to equality of rights and to the benefit of humankind. Now, student Amy Daly and Chair of the Board of Trustees Isaac Stein will wreath at the door of the mausoleum. Good morning. As Stanford's 10th president, it is my pleasure to welcome you all this morning to the 2004 Founders Celebration. I would especially like to welcome all current and former members of the Board of Trustees, members of the Stanford Associates and the Stanford Historical Society, local leaders from Palo Alto and other neighboring cities, and members of our local community joining us for our third Community Day. Each year we hold a Founders Celebration, but we sometimes forget how much planning and preliminary work is required. So I want to take a moment and ask that you all join me in thanking the members of this year's Founders Celebration Program Committee for their time and efforts. Thank you. Our first speaker, Odu Nagaral Zidamba, will be speaking representing the graduate students. She was born in a village called The Farm in Mongolia. She studied in the Soviet Union, where she received her undergraduate and master's degree in economics. In 1989, she was awarded the Order of Liberty by the Mongolian Democratic Union in recognition of her contributions to human rights, civil liberties, and democracy in Mongolia. She is the mother of 2 children and volunteers for the Liberty Center, a Mongolian human rights organization. Currently, she is working on a master's degree in international policy studies. From its earliest days, Stanford has welcomed students from all corners of the world. But Odu Nagaral is our very first student coming to us from Mongolia. Our second speaker will be Anna Forgey, a senior from Santa Barbara, representing the undergraduates. Anna is majoring in political science and minoring in English. At Stanford, she has worked for the undergraduate.
"113 years ago, when the Stanford family opened our wonderful university, my country, Mongolia, was one of the most forgotten and backward nations in the world. It took a whole century and a decade for the first Mongolian national to study among the Stanford community. I feel proud as well as sad to be the first Mongolian student to be here. Proud because I have discovered a whole new world of highest achievement and commitment, and sad because I cannot meet and personally thank the great founders of our university. Still, I cherish this moment because it gives us all an opportunity to pay tribute to those rare men and women who lived and worked here more than 100 years ago. I often imagine what it must have been like to invest, build, and manage a brand new university in the most western part of America. It is not hard for me to imagine the smell of dust, wilderness of locality, and noise of construction and silence of isolation of those historic first days of our university. It is easy to do so because we can still find such places around the world and can imitate the process if we wish. But it is so hard to imagine the energy of individuals, the deepness of dedication, and strength of courage, and the magnitude of the vision that they embraced in their hearts as they built this great institution in those early days of California. It must have taken all the humanly love, all the ambitious dreams, and all the extraordinary qualities of the most gifted and talented human beings to create one of the greatest universities that America has ever known. From every stone placed in campus, from notes in every single classroom, from every record of our university's proud history, I sense a special character. It is the character of a strong-willed, determined, and an ambitious individual that is ready to challenge existing distances, theories, beliefs, regimes, and herself to make the better future for her world. I believe that it was the character of our founders, because it must have taken all the best of universal human characteristics and intellectual abilities to be able to build a greater world, one that gives hope to all the people. I can proudly say that it is Stanford's rich inheritance, wonderful students, dedicated staff, and the superior professors and researchers that continue to make the university a symbol of the highest achievement in education worldwide. Nearly 200 American and Mongolian donors and 3 scholarship committees made it possible for me to attend Stanford University. It was a sign of how much people value the uniqueness and importance of a Stanford education. For me, and for the future of my country, the new ideas I will be exposed to, the new views of reality, and new ways of resolution are regarded as an immeasurable asset to the development of our nation. People believe that Stanford helps open doors not only for individuals, but also for the countries of the world, and I am in complete agreement. As the doors open wider for each of us Stanford students, many challenging new worlds arise on the horizon in science, technology, in business, and in politics, and in international affairs. Did the Stanford family imagine the immense magnitude and far-reaching influence of their dreams when they first founded the university? I believe they did. And we are so fortunate that the founders of this university were not only able to make their sorrow into dreams, but also make their dreams into reality. Today, if I could be transported by a time, I would like to be brought to the year of 1885 and to the exact coordination of the place where I am standing now. Then, under the blue sky and on a beautiful green field, I would say thank you to Mr. and Mrs. Stэнford for the dream that came true so wonderfully. And I would let them know just how much I admire them and how much they long ago dream means to the future of many, many people and countries. Thank you.
Up toward mountains higher, where at ease the coast range lies in the sunset fire, flushing deep and paling. Here we raise our voices, hailing thee, our alma mater, from the foothills to the bay. It shall ring as we sing, it shall ring and float away. Hail Stэнford, hail, hail Stэнford, hail. Thank you.
Thank you, Devin, and thank you all for joining us on today's Founders Day celebration. I encourage you to spend the rest of the day with us, enjoying the many Community Day activities we have planned. Schedules of the day's events are available from volunteers here and throughout the campus. Among the many events of the day, I want to highlight a special tour of the historic Arizona Cactus Gardens, immediately over to our right here, that will occur right after the ceremony. These gardens have been restored and tended by a group of dedicated